They just want your time. And you can throw against the law, but you won't survive. Never can't have a dream, we get birthed alive. Want me to love my enemies, the worst advice. If you ain't, you be hated, you don't worship Christ. Nah, say you don't worship Christ.
All the time.
Yeah, we speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah, well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah, well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
All in my song, spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my song. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome.
Can't let it ease. Nigga turn to E. While I duck police. Oh, my family still look for me. I'm on my own, be the prey. But white Jesus can't save me. Get him away from me. I don't know what to say. So many niggas hate me. Get him away from me.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my song. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my song. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome.
Going simple, my own. Don't need you all of my soul. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my cone. Going simple, my own. Don't need you all of my soul. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my cone. Trying to keep it on the true side, nigga. Laying low to play it cool now, nigga. Ass niggas on the team, I've been known to get the green ever since I was 2-5, nigga. Coop hanging out the boot, nah, nigga. Cause I ain't stunting on them. Put my whole team on so they ain't wrong. When niggas doing bad, you know that they be hating on you. Get the hoping that you fall, they be waiting on it. Bullshit get bread from the envy. Best friends get to looking like enemies. Where you got it in this bank account empty. Perfect recipe to brittle out of jealousy. Looking from the bird's eye view. Learn from everything I've been through. Show up every girl if you ain't spitting life with the nigga. Never let him put a dick up in you. Cause if a nigga wrong, I'ma check that shit. If we get paper long, never flex that shit. Told my son when you getting money, never take it to a papa, flip it over, did the best that shit. Give a lot of game, trying to bless my kids. Gotta keep it real, that's the best shit. Gotta hear this up and feel it back in Texas. When I get up on the track, yeah, I wreck shit.
Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my song. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome. Always sip on my own, don't need you all in my song. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding trap on my chrome.
Going simple, my own. Don't need you all of my soul. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my cone. Going simple, my own. Don't need you all of my soul. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my cone.
Give it up, clap it up, man. We're back again. Oh, we're back. Where I go? Where did we go? You understand? We back up in this month again, man. Another episode of Shoving the Sword Radio. And I'm your host, Captain Garvey. You understand? Under commanders under the honor of the Irish Brigade, of course, always. You understand? Man, we're gonna get it in today. Got a couple of announcements before we get started. We got call in. Anybody want to call in? You got any questions? You know, want to make a comment or just want to listen live? You can dial 712-832-8330, and the access code is 910-1409. And we got next upcoming food drive going down on the 25th of July, which is next Saturday. Going down, Commander Engineer Hunter is still feeding the people of the pandemic. It has not went away. I've been seeing so many people make crazy posts talking about where did he go and all that. Just because you outside don't mean you ain't sick.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It does not mean because you are outside that you are not sick. You know, and if you pay attention, if you look at the numbers are increasing. Went back up. You understand? And real quick sidebar, that just shows you how stupid America really is. To turn around and see that, okay, sticking to the, you know, the, what they call it now, the social distancing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, look, niggas been doing social distancing.
Right.
What my man said, what's his name before, Lil Mouse or something like, pad, give me 50 feet. You know what I'm saying? Niggas were 50 feet, alright? That was 6. Give me my space. We've been doing that.
Right.
So I don't know where they come from with this, like they made it or like they invented it. You understand? But we've been getting our space to make it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody. Alright. But like I said, man, they turn around and because they rush back out there, start reopening everything. You got more and more people closing. Oh my God! You Chuck E. Cheese about to file a bankruptcy, about to close.
What?
Chuck E. Cheese was going to finish. Can't hold on. Yeah, this is the Lord doing this, man. And people still don't understand. Like the Lord, I'm telling you, He's doing this because of all the mistreatment and, you understand, and the oppression that we have been suffering in this place. Look at how we can even get it. We got a tough time getting a minimum wage job.
Right.
Black people have a tough time getting a job in Taco Bell and Church's Chicken. Just making minimum wage. Now, McDonald's. You know, you see what they did when they marched and protested a couple years ago? A few years ago, matter of fact, they were like 4 or 5. They turned around and started protesting at all of the McDonald's and the Jimmy John.
Oh yeah.
And all of those, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did was McDonald's took and since the because they was trying to get $15 an hour.
Right.
And once they did that, they turned around and fired all of the adults and hired all of the kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You wonder why is so many children working in McDonald's now? It's because of that. They turned around and fired every adult that was working there and then hired all the kids. It's even I seen some 18 and 19-year-old managers. McDonald's went that low. They hired 18 and 19-year-old managers. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, we gotta, you know, man, you got to see and understand that this is the Lord doing all of this.
Right.
You know, they've been making money, hand over fist. Chuck E. Cheese been well, it was Showbiz at first, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was Showbiz. Then he turned to Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I mean? You don't know? Look, come on, don't know about Showbiz, huh? You don't know about Showbiz, man. No, what the commercial say? No biz like Showbiz, something like that, man. So I can't remember how the thing went, but man, that thing been going on. I think since before I was even there. Boy, that thing about 30, 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? And now they about to blow it out there. Just think of all the money that they have made off of blacks and Hispanics, man, sinning against God. We're not supposed to be celebrating birthdays.
Right.
You got that big old rat, you understand, with a big block of cheese in it there. You're having a birthday. You know what I'm saying? The whole little thing. And here it is. You taking your kids there, thinking that they doing something, they having fun, but you actually sinning against the Lord. Why do you think Chuck E. Cheese kept getting shot up? How many times they had, oh my God, they don't even want to talk about the fights.
Right.
They even took the fight. They had one that hardly had any of that going on. That was the one in South Carolina. Remember that?
Yeah.
And they took that shit down there too. Once they closed the one on Harrisburg, once they closed that one, I said, okay, let's go to the other one. And they started going to the other one, and they started doing the same fighting and all that. That's because you're not supposed to be doing. I remember one time I was with my kids and turned around and some chicks, I don't know if they was beefing on Facebook or whatever the hell it was, they was doing something. And we sitting right by them, like 2 tables over. And I'm hearing all the, the talking and I wish a bitch would put her up, I'll beat up his ass. And I'm like, oh, shit, go down here.
Right.
Turn around, before I know it, about 10 chicks rolled right up to their face. It was about to go down right then, and I said, damn, you know. But there's nothing wrong with kids having, pizza and fun, as long as they're porking a pizza, as long as they ain't celebrating the fun they having ain't for their birthday.
Right.
It would be nothing wrong with going to a place just to let them play. You know what I'm saying? But Chuck E. Cheese has been making, oh my God, I was talking about the numbers. You understand? Off of our sales. You understand? And this place, every business, all of them cashes in on, guess what? Us sinning against the Lord.
Right.
This is why we have to stop. This is why the only person that teaches you to stop and stop sinning and to serve the Lord is commanded in your house. Everybody else, the preacher, he don't give a damn. He said it too. The Muslims, the Catholics, whoever, man, the Black Panthers, the new Black Panthers, the old Black Panthers, it don't matter what organization you with. If you're with the ISPK, you're not the truth. Simple as that. And let me see, what else we got coming up, man? I think that's pretty much it on that. Let's get to the topic, man. I got to go in on Nick Cannon, man, because you can tell everything but the truth. All right. And this is the Nick Cannon version. All right. Go ahead, Abon, pull up I got the whole little thing to the episode. We got to go in on Nick, man. Oh my God. You understand? Now, first off, let me say this. I never really had, especially coming into the truth. You know what I'm saying? Now, before when I was in the world, I used to hear celebrities say things, and I used to really think that it was something, But now that I actually know the truth, and I have heard, celebrity after celebrity after celebrity stand up and say something, it still means absolutely nothing if you're not in the one body of Christ, which is the ISPK, with us, doing what the Lord requires of us. It really means nothing. You taking a knee, yeah, that was heavy, hell, you got everybody taking a knee, right? You understand? But guess what? Once back to you, that's all they're about. You understand? It's just looking like they're doing something, not actually doing it. Black folks out there with the hands up, don't shoot. I mean, you out there really looking like you're doing something. Screaming and shouting and spitting in the goddamn police face, talking about some hands up, don't shoot. But what do you actually do? Black Lives Matter. But what do you accomplish? What's for? These for? These for, man. What else they saying out there? What else they screaming? What is it? What they saying? Look, talking loud but saying, ain't that the old saying of ours? You're talking loud but you're saying nothing.
Right.
That job is go ahead, get into it.
What's the marching song? We shut this down, we shut this down.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't shut down nothing. Turn around, went to this China right here, so-called shutting it down when it was closed.
Right.
You already shut down. What the hell is you doing? You go to a damn closed establishment talking about who shut this, they did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The owners knew your black ass was coming and they shut the door on you. I mean, that was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, they walked up to, and the brother that was recording it from Real STL, he said, this place, it seems to already be closed.
Right.
I said, damn, man. That was ridiculous. You ain't shut nothing. The Lord shut it down, nigga.
Right.
You understand? COVID-19. All right. What's coming up next? The bubonic plague. What else they said? They get the damn COVID-19 that morphed into 20 different damn other viruses and all kinds of. Come on, man. It's a new virus here, and the Lord shut this shit down.
Right.
He did it. This is why you should turn around and come follow Commander General Yohana, because Commander General Yohana follows the Lord, man.
Right.
The Lord is with Commander General Yohana. He turned around and shut it down. The Most High did. All right, you've been trying to shut it down since you've been there, and nothing has worked. Okay, but the one thing that will is that we all come together upon our identity, and it was heavy what Nick Cannon did. You understand? He's a real bitch at the same time, but it was heavy because guess what? Look, the Lord ain't been doing nothing but just giving us something to talk about. Even though we is basically quarantined. You know what I'm saying? Can't go nowhere. The businesses is closed, but they finna shut St. Louis back down. They got I think they got the worldwide mask order. I think everybody in the world will have to wear a mask.
Right.
I think it's the 20th. I think it's the 20th. Or tomorrow? Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. Yeah. Worldwide mask will have to be worn. Any and every damn way. Okay? So, but the Lord shut this down, man. Not your weak efforts. You out there screaming and marching hands up, don't shoot. And I've witnessed this, and you can see it yourself. I'm witnessing the protesters smoke cigarettes and smoke blunts. Why are they protesting? While they are protesting. Am I lying about it? Not at all. Obama seen the fake Israelite with the baby fringes on the bottom of his shirt, looting about the goddamn store.
Right.
With the baby fringes on his shirt. You know that?
Nah.
He got the baby fringes on the bottom of his shirt, fool running about the goddamn store with bags and shit. You understand? Commander Julian Hunter already said, we're not going to tell no goddamn store. We're not going to burn up nothing. That's not the way.
Right.
That's not going to get it done, man. Serving the Lord will, all right? But you got that, give me that first one.
Closer to animals. Nick Cannon goes on racist, anti-Semitic rant.
Ooh, he goes on anti-Semitic rant. And man, wait till we get to the jits of this stuff. This anti-Semitic garbage. It's ridiculous, man. And the white man is truly the devil that the Bible speaks of. If you did not know and understand.
Right.
He is the devil. And we're going to show it to you. Go ahead, keep reading.
Says white people and Jewish people are the true savages.
White people and Jewish people are the true savages. Did he lie? Did the man tell a lie? No, he did not. He turned around and told the absolute truth. They are the true goddamn savages, man. And here they go vilify this goddamn man for him saying the truth. He actually told the truth on this point. He was not lying, saying that whites and Jews are the true savages. Go ahead, what else you got?
Former America's Got Talent.
Nice and loud, Warden.
Former America's Got Talent host Nick Cannon delivered a racist, anti-Semitic rant in June 30th episode of his podcast, Cannon's Class. Cannon hosted rapper Professor Griff, whose record of anti-Semitic comments is well documented.
Okay, keep going.
For an interview in which they promoted anti-Semitic conspiracies about Jewish families secretly controlling the world, and claimed that black people can't be anti-Semitic because they're the real Semitic people.
Exactly. You understand? When you turn around and go through the history, you'll find that we come from the line of Shem. You understand?
Right.
We do. You understand? So, again, he's telling the truth.
Right.
He has not lied yet. All right? But we're going to find out if Nick Cannon in the end really had what it takes, you understand, to stand on it. And you're going to find out that he did not. You understand? Keep reading, bro.
In order for me to be anti-Semitic, I'd have to be an anti-black man, anti-black woman, anti-black people, anti-Africa, anti-all other people. Griff said.
Hey, you gotta be anti all of that.
Right.
Because those are the damn Jews. The black people, the Hispanic people, you understand? The Native Americans. Not the so-called white man.
Right.
Not, whoever else would think that they was a damn Jew. The Ebola. I seen somebody made, and this is crazy. Somebody made, and I gotta find it, man. Somebody made like a picture or something. They tried to make it like it was something ancient. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who did it, but they turned around and it had Jews on it or something like that. And it had tribe Ebola. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not Ebola, Igbo. You understand? The Igbo and this and that. I said, Ebola, that's the Bible. I'm mixing the Bible. And the Igbo probably got the Ebola. You understand? That matter of fact, they the ones that had the Ebola. They the ones that had Ebola. Yeah, the Africans. Yeah, that's absolutely true. No wonder I said that. It goes right with their ass. You know what I'm saying? But the Igbo said, it said that Jews and the Igbo tribe, something like that. They were trying to insinuate that the Igbo was the damn Jews too. And you could tell, like for instance, I don't know if you could, if anybody knows anything about guns, but at one point I had found what I thought was an antique gun, right? And this one of them old, you know what I'm saying, click back, put the dust in it, and you know what I'm saying?
It's like a muzzle loader.
Huh? Yeah, one of them old ones, right? But it was something that somebody, you can make them things. You can make those today.
Mm-hmm.
But when I found it, I thought it was an original. You see what I'm saying? And what they did with it, they tried to heat it up and make it look as if it was old. You know, because when I found it, that's what it looked like to me. I said, ooh, shit, this thing is a bunch of money. You understand? I'm going to say this one. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
It's locked in. The process is called antiquing. Antiquing.
Uh-huh.
It's when they create a modern replica, and they'll put different patinas on it, different stains. They'll intentionally take the like a Dremel and scuff it up to make it look like it's been used. The process is called antiquing.
Yeah, exactly. What? And that's what they tried to do with that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I found out, you understand, I took it to a bill and said, oh, nope, this was made last year. He said, nope, no money for this, you understand? But he turned around and, look, we're the original people. They tried to take this form and do that same thing, this piece of paper, as if it was something ancient, and it wasn't. You understand? Guess what? Igbo, they made that shit last year too. Same with that goddamn gun I had. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like I said, man, look, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the damn chosen people of God. Nobody else. All right. Skip to the next one, Bob. Let's get the other one out. Cause this right here. So you get the point. Nick Cannon goes on a podcast, and if I'm not mistaken, that was supposed to be an old podcast, wasn't it? It was, I think it was previously recorded like a year ago. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, but you. Go ahead.
Like you said, it was from the end of last month, so it's like 2-3 weeks old, and it just came out.
Oh, and then last month.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't a year ago.
Live.
Oh, okay.
Live. So it was like he recorded at the end of last month, but it just showed up like a couple days ago. But it was recorded a while ago, so he's still been working and still doing all that other stuff since then. They just hadn't seen that yet.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. So it wasn't that damn old. Man, I'm just trying to put something ancient. Look at that gun I have, man. I wanted that thing to be ancient so bad.
Wow. I believe
I was going to get paid off of that.
Right.
I said, boy, I found me one of them old slaves and damn guns or something. This Harriet Tubman had this gun. I knew she had it. I'll give you some money for this damn gun. I'm telling you. You got the next one up, Bob?
Huh.
Hold on, 1 second, man. 1 second. Did you skip the subject I wanted to do? You see the St. Charles and all that?
Huh.
We got to go in order. That's why this shit is there. All right, that's what we're going in order. No sweat though. Let's get to Nick though. Keep going.
Nick Cannon dropped from Viacom, CBS, over anti-Semitic comments.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Nick Cannon, he ended up getting dropped from his comment that he made, from what he was saying on his show. And I'm not surprised because guess what? The owner of the damn show is Jewish.
Right.
You understand? He's not a Jew. As a matter of fact, get that definition real quick. Read that. And I'm going to pull up something else on the screen too. Go ahead, read the definition of Jew in the Bible.
Zondervan, Pictorial Bible Dictionary.
Now, the so-called white man, the Jewish white man, he don't know that. Now, the Zondervan is a book that was created by scholars that went and did a ton of research. What they were trying to do, well, they were trying to discredit the Bible. They were trying to say that, you know what, the Bible is trash. None of this is true, right? And they said, we're going to go look, and we're going to go research. But what they turned around and did was they proved the Bible to be absolutely right.
Right.
You understand? And they like to say that the Bible contradicts itself. No, Christianity contradicts itself.
Right.
The Bible does not. All right? When the Bible says that the most important and prominent people in earth is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's the truth. Okay? Now, here's a question real quick. Have you ever heard the white man call himself any one of those 12 tribes in ours? Not at all. You understand? Not at all. Go ahead, read that definition, John.
Page 429. Jew. This word does not occur before the period of Jeremiah in Old Testament literature. Originally, it denoted one belonging to the tribe of Judah.
One belonging to who?
Tribe of Judah.
Wait a minute. Now, the so-called white man that fired Nick Cannon claims that he's Jewish, right? So if you ask them who they are, they're going to simply tell you, I'm Jewish. You understand? They're never going to say, I'm from where, about?
Tribe of Judah.
They're never going to tell you I'm from the tribe of Judah. None of them have ever laid down and said, this is what tribe I'm from. I'm from the tribe of Ephraim, I'm from the tribe of Judah, from the tribe of... None of them have ever said that. All right? Keep going.
Or to the two tribes of the southern kingdom.
Or to the two tribes of who?
The southern kingdom.
Okay, now you know the two tribes in the southern kingdom. Now you know that they probably don't know that either. And they don't mention that either. The Jewish, well, I had one when we had the classes up at the library in U City. We was having classes out there. I had a Jewish white man. He saw our sign, you know what I'm saying, out there for the class. So everybody knew where to come for the class in the room. And he knocked on the door, tried to get in too. And he said, oh, I'm Jewish. I saw the sign. I said, oh, well, this is not the room for you. You understand? And I turned around and cut him to shreds, and he was literally sitting there about to cry. Hold on. I wish we had a camera. and I had all young men and young women in class at that time. They didn't know how to operate nothing. You understand? So we couldn't get it on camera. But the dude was about to damn cry because he did not get accepted into class. And guess what? That's even in the Bible. That's in the Bible that he just saw it with tears. Even though he saw it with tears, he was still rejected. Okay? White man gets rejected around. You can't, this class ain't for you. Our school ain't for you.
Right.
Simple as that. Go ahead, Amon. Keep reading the definition.
But later it was the meaning was extended, and it was applied to anyone of the Hebrew race.
Okay, so now it's extended. So anyone that's an Israelite, you'll call them a Jew. You understand? It's just like, it's like our family knew each other. Just because we ain't got the same last name, we still family. You understand? So we all sit and, hey, what up, cuz? You know what I'm saying? What up, or something like that. You know how we do it as people, man. You know, so like, oh, what up, Jew? So we are the Jews. So it's just saying that we family. We all one family. That's all. You understand? We know that the word Jew starts, and it was short for Judah. You understand? So that's where the term Jew comes from. All right, what up, Jew? You understand? Instead of saying Jew, 'cause you know black folks cool in here. You know, so we always making up something. You know what I mean? And we would say, instead of saying what up, Judah, we say what up, Jew. Okay, so that's how our king, Yahushua, he's the king of the Jews. You understand? He was definitely the king of the Jews. So they turn around and now we took that term and it's like what they'll say, like a blanket term. You understand? This goes over this whole family. All right. So all 12 tribes we would just, hey, what up, Jew? You understand? Because we family.
Right.
All right? Keep going, Lamar.
Who returned from the captivity,
Mm-hmm.
as most of the exiles came from Judah.
Mm-hmm. Most of them came from Judah, and the two southern tribes was Benjamin and Levi. You understand? That they was called Jews too. Okay, keep going.
And as they were the main historical representatives of ancient Israel.
Okay, so we the main historical the tribe of Judah. Why? Because that's where all the kings come from. You understand? That's where all the kings came from. King David, Solomon. You understand? And our King Yahushua, all from that tribe. Judah is the head tribe. All right.
Has joined.
Keep going.
The term Jew came finally to comprehend all of the Hebrew race throughout the world.
Mm-hmm.
As early as the days of Hezekiah, the language of Judah was called Jewish.
Okay, keep going.
In the Old Testament, the adjective applies only to the Jews' language or speech.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
In the Gospels, Jews is the usual term for Israelites.
For who?
Israelites.
For who?
Israelites.
Not nobody else. You understand? What does the white man, what does the Jewish white man call himself? What does the Jewish white man call himself other than Jewish?
Smart.
Go ahead, come on.
They're Ashkenazi or Khazars.
No, he don't call himself that. What he's trying to hide his true identity by calling himself Jewish. So what else does he call himself other than Jewish? That's what he is.
Right.
You understand? That's what he definitely is. You're correct on that. But what does he call himself when it comes to what we're talking about? Context.
So
Go ahead.
Israeli.
Israel. Go ahead. On the line. Get to it.
Israeli.
Cow. Exactly. Israeli. Read that again, LeBron.
Khan. In the Gospel, Jews
In the gospel, in the scriptures, in the Bible, Jews, he goes,
is the usual term for
is the
Israelites.
usual term for Israelites. If he was God's chosen people, why ain't he calling himself an Israelite? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he saying, give me that scripture real quick in Revelation, what's that, 3?
I don't know.
2? Where is that? You know
3 and
what
9,
I'm
2 and 9. Count on count.
Huh?
3 and 9 and 2 and 9.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me real quick.
Count on count.
The definite, this is in, the white man, this is in the book. These are the scholars. You understand? They put this together. And they came, like I said, they tried to discredit the Bible. They wanted to find out, is this stuff that's in here, is this really true? Because I don't think it is. And they said, we're going to prove it's not. But they went and they researched and they found out that it was dead on. You understand?
Right.
It was dead on. And guess what? He's such a liar, he put the truth in there. You understand? The white man is the devil. He's such a goddamn liar, but he put the truth in this book. You understand? To where the term Jew was not given to no other way, not no African, not no Igbo, not no goddamn Chinese, not no damn Japanese, not no Arab, definitely not no goddamn white man.
Right.
You understand? It was to the Israelites. Give me that scripture real quick.
The book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
They are the synagogue of Satan. You're going to the Christian church worshiping Satan. That's where all of it come from, man. Christianity, the Jewish religion, the what is it called? Not Hindu. What's it called, man? The religion. Judaism. You understand? Judaism. You understand? All of that nonsense, man. It's all Christianity. It's all Christianity. And they are the synagogue of Satan. Every last one of them. Keep going.
which say they are
Which
Jews,
say they what?
are Jews.
They say they are Jews. Black people just started saying they was Jews in 1969.
Right.
But they've been claiming that they was Jews for a long damn time. You understand? They've been claiming that they was the chosen people of God for a long time.
Right.
All right? Keep going.
And are not.
And are not. They say they Jewish. Break down the word Jew and the suffix ish on the, oh, baby got a head up. Come on, give it to me. Give her the mic. Elijah, get that mic for a little bit. We're gonna let little baby break it down. I know she got the answer. I know she got it. Give it to her. Come on. What does Jewish mean?
It means a little bit, not fully, but a little bit.
Nice and loud for me, baby. Say it one time.
A little bit Jewish. I mean Jew, not,
A little bit, and what else?
but not.
But not. Give her a goddamn head, man. You hear me? A little bit, but not. You hear me? Hey, the word, the ish is something like similar to, pertaining to, not exactly. You understand? Like if something is blackish, brownish, it's kind of brown, but it's really not brown.
Right.
It's kind of black, but it's really not black. The white man is saying, hey, I'm Jew, but kind of like, something like, but really not.
Right.
You understand? He's not. He turned around and say he's a Jew, but he's not. He say he's the chosen people of God, but he say he's an Israeli. He didn't say Israelite. They went and did the research, and I designed the man and put it in the book and said the word Jew is given to those that are Israelites. That's who turn around and communicate that word Jew to each other.
Right.
You understand? When anybody else spoke of a Jew, they was talking about the Israelites.
Right.
If an African talked about a Jew, they was talking about Israelites. If the damn Chinese man was talking about a Jew, he was talking about the Israelites. You understand? Not no other race of people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are the ones that make up the damn Jews. We are the ones that turn around and call ourselves Jews, and we are the true Jews. We are the chosen people of God. Simple as that. You understand? And it's in the damn book, in the word Jewish. The suffix on the end of that word means something like.
Right.
But not at all. You understand? It's not a Jew. And they say they're Jews and they're not. They got the whole earth thinking that they Jews. America sends them how many damn billions of dollars? Billion. With me. I forgot that. I keep forgetting that number. Give it to me, Kamal. Now you know it. How many billions of dollars do America send the Jewish white man every damn year? Huh? 4 billion? It's a lot.
I think so too.
Huh?
I said I think so too. I'm double checking.
Man, that's one hell of a welfare check.
Damn right.
You understand? That's one hell of a and they don't even want to give a nigger $65 worth of goddamn stamps.
So right.
Go ahead.
In the most recent fiscal year, 2019, the U.S. provided $3.8 billion in foreign aid to Israel. Israel also benefits from about $8 billion in loan guarantees. So we give them $4 billion in straight up cash and $8 billion in credit.
Food stamps and welfare. They get $4 billion in the 60s.
America ain't the only one who gives it.
And they ain't. You right. But this place turn around and gives them $4 billion.
Damn right.
$4 billion, man. That is disgusting as hell. Okay? That is disgusting as hell, man. For them to, like I said, we have a hard time getting a job. We want to work for our money. We want to find a decent job that's going to give us a decent pay, and we'll work hard all day long for that check. But they just giving them the money because they say that they're the chosen people of God. You know what I'm saying? Oh, go ahead.
That's a lot here. Like it's kind of almost like a mockery. You know what I mean? This is Satan's chosen people.
Right.
So the other nations around the world are bringing Satan's chosen people their tribute, like how it's going to be when the kingdom is set up, and the Most High's kingdom is in full effect, and all the other nations gonna have to bring their tribute to Jerusalem every year.
That's what
It's just a mockery of how things are supposed to be, because they took our book and they know what's right for us, and they're going to keep that from us,
Right.
and they're going to imitate it and copy it and try to, like Esau has always done, try to make himself the chosen people when he was rejected. Like, you're not it. It's just not going to happen. And so they keep trying to re-put themselves in that position,
Right,
which is exactly what
right.
that is. They just offered up tribute.
Exactly. He blew it. And he's gonna have, and guess what? Now, since 1969, and Commander Junior Hunter is pushing this troop, and he raising up real niggas that's gonna turn around and roll with him.
Right.
It ain't gonna fall off in a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about?
day.
And you hold on for a little bit. Nick ain't even last a goddamn day, man. Give me the next article, man. And it was so sad, man. You know, and I know a couple of brothers that said, oh man, we was riding with you, Nick, man. I ain't riding with nobody but Commander Junior Hunter on down. Them my niggas I'm riding with.
Right.
You understand? I'm not riding with no goddamn celebrity because they just don't have what it takes. They talk all that talk. They'll make a damn song, and you know, what's the one Ice Cube made? When he was talking about America. He had something, man. He had some stuff going on, and burning American flags and all this kind of stuff. All of them do that.
Yeah.
What that mean when you ain't heard it?
Right.
You know, what does that mean? Because you make a song about police murdering black people. I don't want to sing about that shit. You understand? I want for my people to stop being murdered by them.
That's right.
You know, that's what I want. I don't even care about your song. You know, Captain Nick, he took a knee, and that was cool. You know, that was cool. That was pretty heavy. But we still taking knees. You know, we still getting down on our knees for them. Even though that's not totally what it was, he was, you know, saying, referencing the people that was murdered by the police.
Right,
he wasn't bending down, you know, begging for their, you know, for their love and their affection and nothing like that. He wasn't doing that for them. He was actually, you know, giving tribute to our people that was murdered by him. You know, that's why he did that. But still, you know, black people still getting on their knees for white people all day long. You know, and it's time to get the hell up. You understand? Go ahead, Kabal.
That's a lock it. Like, and that's another thing about it. Like, if you were doing it for any other reason, if he said that, oh, I'm kneeling because of the fallen troops, nobody would have a problem with that. Everybody understands kneeling in prayer. Everybody understands that.
Right.
But when he says he's doing it because of our suffering and of our death, that's the problem. Not the fact that he was kneeling during the anthem. They don't care about that.
Absolutely.
Because they do it. To give tribute to their people. They do it all the time.
Absolutely.
But when we do it for our people against it, oh no, now that's the problem.
And when they do it in games and say, oh, now we have a moment of silence, and you know, for our troops and for our team, and you know what I'm saying, the one that fought for our country and this and that, and then they all stand up and then they pledge their allegiance and they, you know, put their, you know what I'm saying, they had a moment of silence and after they clap and all. They all do it. Like you said, everybody does it. You understand? So, like I said, but why is it so hard and so horrible when black people do it? You understand? It's because you're acknowledging what they're doing to you, and it's wrong. And they don't want you to. They want you to be a good slave.
Right.
And say, Master beat me because Isaac didn't pick enough cotton. That's what they want you to say. They want you to say that. Master, if Isaac picked enough cotton.
Has joined.
Mute that out. Mute your phone on the line. New caller. And let them know that when they call in and they loud like that. Like I said, that's what they want you to do. You understand? They want you to turn around and say, it's your fault that you work in McDonald's. It's my fault that I'm on food stamps. It's my fault that, you know what I'm saying, I'm on wicked welfare. You know, it's my fault that I live in the project and my community look the way they look. It's my fault that, you know what I'm saying, that our people is on drugs and, you know, we selling it and all this kind of stuff, all this crime in the neighborhood. It's my fault. It's our fault, man. That's what they want you to do.
Right.
But it's not. It's not your fault.
Right.
It's their fault.
That's right.
They're the ones that actually did it to us. They're the ones that made the dope and then gave it to us. We wasn't smoking no goddamn crack until they gave it to us.
Right.
You understand? When they gave us pimping and horn and all that, that's when we started doing it. You understand? When they gave us all of their filth, it's even in the scripture, to turn around and never, and I'm paraphrasing, but stay away from the pollutions of this place.
Right.
You understand? This place is heavily polluted. You understand? And guess what? We are not supposed to be partaking in none of the pollutions.
That's right.
We are supposed to be smoking the weed and crack and popping pills and doing all of that nonsense, man. We are not supposed to be doing that. We have a God that gave us specific instruction on what to do and what not to do. Pouring our women, that's a specific instruction that we was not supposed to do that. Selling drugs to our people, we got specific instructions on us not doing that to our people. Murdering other brothers and sisters, we are not supposed to be doing that because of the instructions that was given to us. And we following their here. You understand? We following those instructions in the ISUPK. All right? So, it's some more on that. Go ahead. You reach more, man.
Viacom CBS is ending its long-running relationship with Nick Cannon.
Long-running relationship. Man, that dude, how long he been with them, man? What he with them?
So like 22 years.
Yeah, 22 years.
Since he was 17 years old.
That's a long-term relationship. Just think of how much money this dude has made them in 22 years. And you gonna end the relationship over a comment? Over the truth? The comment was actually true?
Right.
You understand? So, like I said, come on, man. 22 years. Look, all them billions of dollars, I'm sure he made you. And you that mad? You know you not that goddamn Jew. You know you not the chosen people of God. So why get mad? Why not just collect your check? Why not just collect your check? You know what, Nick? Hey, man, fucked up what you said, but hey, you is bringing in billions. It's only about any goddamn way. It's the money. So I don't even see why he would cut the money off. You understand? The white man is he's a dumb devil at that too. He's a dumb devil at that. But see, that's where the scripture come in and say his pride is going to deceive him. He's a prideful bastard. And because Nick actually said that, it hit him where it hurt. It hit him in that pride, and he said, "Oh hell no, I gotta get rid of this Nick. I gotta show him." Right? Keep going, Bon.
On the podcast, Cannon said black people are the true Hebrews.
He didn't lie. Did he lie? He didn't lie. Did he tell the truth? He told the truth. All right, keep going.
And talk about conspiracy theories involving the Rothschild family. It's never.
Now, wait. Of course, they want to say everything's a goddamn theory. Okay? Everything ain't no goddamn conspiracy and no theory. All right? A lot of this stuff they are doing. Some stuff you can't reach, you can't really tell. There's some stuff that's on the surface, you know what I'm saying? You know. Okay? And there is no conspiracy and no theory about it on certain things. Some things, yeah, I would leave alone. You know, like McDonald's having hands and feet in the meat. You understand? I would leave that alone because there's no way to actually prove that unless you go in there and you see them. Is that a nigga hand on that? You know what I'm saying? Unless you see that, is that pink toenail polish on that thing? It ain't no cow with no toenail polish. You know what I'm saying? Unless you actually see the hand and the feet. Yeah, now that was a theory. That's a conspiracy theory. All right? And I remember that video when it came out. You know, somebody wanted me to speak on that so bad. I'm not teaching on that. You understand? I'm not going to mention that. Because I don't know if it's true. And you don't know it's true either. Just because somebody came out and, I think they did like a podcast. You remember that, Bob? Right. I think they did like a little podcast and came out and said, McDonald's has hand and feet meat now. You understand? So, I mean, you don't know if it's true. So I'm not going to teach on it. I'm not going to speak on it. It could be true or it could not be true. Who knows?
Right.
But unless you go and get permission to walk in the processing plant and you see that with a whole body hanging on the damn line and go get butchered and cut up, then you'll know that ain't no theory. That's real. Show me the video.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Take a video and don't show me no dummy. You understand? Poke a hole in it. I want to see blood dripping out that thing. You understand? I want to see blood dripping. Matter of fact, I want to see the person get slaughtered. Let me see the person get slaughtered while they're standing there talking and begging and pleading. No, don't kill me. My family, I got a wife and kids. I want to see you kill them and then put them on the line, butcher them, and then chop them up and then make a hamburger. That's what I want to see. Before I believe that nonsense.
Right.
But this stuff ain't no damn theory that he's talking. This is actually the truth so far. Keep going, Bob.
It's never hate speech.
1 second now. Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
It's never hate speech. You can't be anti-Semitic when we are the Semitic people.
Okay, drop that. Now go to the next one. Give me the next one. Because that's the same stuff he said in the podcast. Give me the next one. So far, nothing that he said was a conspiracy, it was no theory, it was no lie. He wasn't wrong. He actually told the truth. And if you know that in this place right here, you can tell everything but the damn truth.
Right.
When you tell the black woman that she's only supposed to be with one man, is she hearing that? No, because she's been lied to by so many goddamn preachers telling her that she can do what she wants. Matter of fact, I got a contract. It's over on Delmar. It's two big towers. I think it's like a senior citizen building, and it's owned by Jewish white people, right? And in the building, they got pictures of all of the different stuff that they have been doing all over the years. I saw all of this stuff, and they got abortions, pro-rights, pro-choice, all, man, I'm telling you, they got a whole history of everything that they have been doing all over the years. And guess what? They've been doing this so that they can turn around and get over on us. Right. All the different things that they have been doing and teaching and saying, is they got a whole big office of it. And with everything on the wall, right, of all of this stuff that they have been doing, murdering us for real. You understand? So, he turned around and the guy that run it is Jewish. Okay, the secretary Jewish. The other couple, 3, 4, 5, I can't remember how many people that's in the office with Jewish, right? Jewish. And do you know they give niggas a hard time in this place?
Damn right.
I got another contract owned by Jewish people over on Linda. Do you know that the devil turned around and fired me because I used his front door? I used his front door. He said he won't make us to go around the back.
Yeah.
They would tell me, I never fucking think he is. I'm going in whatever door I pull up at. You understand? I don't give a damn about your specific instructions. I'm not your slave. You understand? I'm gonna clean your contract and I'm gone. But that slave shit, no, it ain't going down with me. So he called my office and why does he keep going through the front door when I told him not to go through the front door? If he does it again, he's out of here. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. You understand? And I use the front door. And really, I use it because I can't get around the back. Right. You understand? The parking lot is locked, and you gotta go through the apartment. And it's a strip. It's apartments here, this big one, and then it's like a strip. There's a bunch of businesses and all of that. And you got to go through the apartment. And I don't have a code. So how in the fuck am I gonna get here and clean?
Right.
How am I gonna do my job if I gotta use the back door that I don't have keys and access to? You understand? Look, you run this too. I'm gonna keep going through this front door because that's the only thing I got access to.
Right.
You understand? And they be trying to jam us up and stuff like we stupid. But really not. You know what I mean? Like, because then next he was saying, hey man, he turned around and he's never been here. He hasn't cleaned. You understand? He hasn't cleaned anything. So, like I said, that would have been the next day. He hasn't showed up. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm sure we'll keep going through his front door because it's all I got access to. But he said, man, you gotta keep using the goddamn front door. I just want to go. I'd rather send him back here again. You know what I'm saying? That's like, all right, no sweat. You know? But that's what we gonna say through fact though. You know? And like I said, I ain't had access. Boss, master. So I use the front door, master. You know what I'm saying? That's all the eyes I had to get in so eyes to do my job. You understand? So that's where the eyes came in at. You understand that? Now you want to do. You know, simple as that. You know what I mean? So like I said, man, it's all good though. Read it, Brian.
Nick Cannon apologizes to Jewish community.
Oh my God. Nick Cannon apologized to the Jewish community. And you wonder why I have no faith in a select. I got more faith in all faith in Commander General Hahn.
That's right.
General Mahine, General Hazayan, General Kabal, General Kabal. You understand? General Katham. All right? General Mayak. You understand? Captain Rawakwa, Captain Tazariak, Captain Kahan, and I can just go on and on and on. That's who I'm riding with. I got all my bets in. I got all my money riding on them niggas right there.
Right.
You heard me? Them my niggas. And I got all my money, my coins, my everything riding with them. That's why I'm in here with them too. You understand? So Nick Cannon, no. I ain't putting $1 on Nick. You understand? I'm not putting a buck on Nick. He turned around and told the truth in that podcast. I'll at least give him that. He has been listening to the ISUPK. When he came here a couple years ago, he seen us on the street. Because he came here a couple years ago for a protest. And we was on the street having camp, and he was here. You understand? He ain't supposed to camp or nothing like that. But he saw us out there. And he heard the truth then. He been watching you ISUPK class. He been hearing our own teacher. He know the truth. He just ain't in it. That's right. The thing. You gotta be in it, man. Knowing it and putting it, I don't know why he wears that silly ass turban. It's not even Israelite headgear.
Right.
You understand? Bob, get that nigga a tam with you.
Right.
Put him a damn war scarf with you. Yeah, put him a headband with him. That goddamn woman's thing he put on his head. Let me put that thing on their head when they go to go get their hair done.
Right.
When they go into the shop. I seen plenty of sisters walking in the shop with them damn things on their head. Or they turn around and just brush their hair down and put that thing over and let it hang from up under the damn thing. But this dude looked like a whole woman by the head. That claim was being Israelite, you know? But he turned around and apologized. Oh, he didn't even last a whole day. Keep going, Obama.
In a lengthy Facebook message posted Wednesday, Nick Cannon apologized to the Jewish community for his recent inflammatory anti-Semitic remarks.
Okay, now, stop right there. We're going to find out what anti-Semitic is, and we're going to break down why he ended up having to do all that. And right now we're going to read the comments that he did post. All right, it's on the screen too if you can see it. It said, these are all tweets of Nick Cannon, right, once after this happened. It says, on my podcast, I use words and reference literature I assume to be factual to uplift my community, instead turned out to be hateful propaganda and stereotypical rhetoric that pained another community. For this, I am deeply sorry, but now together we can write a new chapter of healing. Oh, that is so Christian. That is so Christian, Nick. You understand? That is so white of you to not want to hurt your master's feelings. You understand? You hurt another community.
Yeah, he totally bitched out.
I'm telling
Like
you,
that is.
total B-I, how do you spell it?
C-tier.
C-T-H, and in that order.
Oh, God.
Yes, sir, Mama D, okay? In that order, man. This dude said that he used reference that he assumed to be factual. Why are you saying something that you don't know to be a fact then? Why are you opening your mouth? You understand? Now, do you know how many, you know what they say, you lost your black card, you lose your cool points, or what, you know what I'm saying? Nick lost it. He's done. He's done. Go ahead, come on.
That's Salakia. He didn't do anything but say well-known history.
Right.
It wasn't like it was controversial information
Right.
that he was.
Right.
No,
Right.
you people came from the Caucasus Mountains.
Right.
That is why you're called Caucasians.
They
Like
admit to it.
this is fact.
Right.
I use information I assume because it's history.
Because it's true.
It's fact. Duh.
True.
But-
Absolutely true. And he said it turned out to be propaganda and rhetoric. Oh my God. He totally went for, he went for the banana in the tailpipe and up the butt pipe. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did. I mean, he's a total B-I-C-T-H. And
That's
in
right.
that order, man. This is disgusting. This right here is worse than what he said the first time. You understand? And I mean, think about, we actually care about our reputation in here. I would hate for me to start saying that the white man is the devil and turn around and go back and say, you know what, man, hey, we all God's children. You know what I'm saying? And we all bleed red. You know, we all human.
Right.
You know, I can't see myself going backwards at all and saying anything remotely close to that. Because that would be a lie.
Right.
That would be propaganda. That would be rhetoric for me saying that. You understand? But me, I'm standing on what I know would be a fact. Nick Cannon. You understand? I'm standing on the truth. You understand? Okay, now let's check the next one out. Then he said, I just had the blessed opportunity to converse with Rabbi Abraham Cooper, Director of Global Social Action. He said, my first words to my brother was, I apologize for the hurt I caused the Jewish community. Now, are you thinking about the hurt that you just caused the black community?
Right.
Now, if you said what you told them the first time was just to uplift them, just to build them up, you know, they was hurting, I know they needed something, so I used something that wasn't a fact. What the hell you think that did to them? Why ain't you apologizing to the black community? For you lying? For you saying what you didn't know was a fact, and you know what I'm saying? Why ain't you apologize? You know what, black community, I'm sorry, man. Why you ain't apologizing to those brothers first? But when you run to the white man, you run like a little bitch. You know how they do on movies and on cartoons? When two people see each other, and they turn around, you know, especially on cartoons, get big eyes and hearts. You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen a cartoon like that? You ain't ready for them kind of cartoon. You better not be watching them kind of cartoon. Big eyes and hearts and some man, some boy. You understand? But they turn around and got a big eye popping up out of them. He see the woman, she see him, they fall in love, and what do? They start running towards each other. You know what I'm saying? And they turn around and she flies into his arms and he grabs her and they twirl around. And don't tell nobody I watch cartoons with my kids, okay? Please don't tell nobody I watch them cartoons. Don't tell nobody I watch cartoons with my kids. But they turn around and they spin around in the grass and lilies and flying roses is everywhere. And yeah, it's just a wonderful time. That's what Nick did when he saw that white man.
Right.
He said, first thing I said to my brother, he fell in love, man. He fell in love. And he was hurt. You know why? Because they pulled that money from under him. And the cat he already got money. He already come from a wealthy goddamn family. You understand? And then you turn around and you had to do this. You ain't have to do that. Now I know 50 Cent is good for driving niggas on social media, okay? 50 drove that boy. What do you call him, Nicky? Well, he probably was talking about Nicky from Prince.
No. He calls him Nicky.
He's talking, I'm saying, but he probably talking about Nicky from the Prince song. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, magazine, come back, nigga, come back. That's probably what he was talking about. Come back, nigga, come back. He talking about the Prince Nicky. Okay? So he turned around and drove that boy through the mud. But through all of that, P. Diddy, I seen the post where he ended up saying, look, man, don't even worry about it, Nick. Come over to, what is it, Revolt TV?
God on the car.
Revolt TV, he says, all black. He said, and we'll take you here.
Damn right.
Now, goddamn, you can take your talent, and I'm pretty sure, guess what, you can work a deal with Diddy and get more money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can possibly get more money than you was getting from them. And you know what? Nick Cannon is not the only somebody that's like that. It's local brothers that's like that too. Mm-hmm. You understand? Now, one of my businesses, I ended up shutting it down, but the pallet business that I had, the brothers that now, I'll make a long story short. When I first had this contract, I didn't know what kind of business it was, right? And when I found out that they was selling pallets, I asked the sister at she was secretary, what y'all doing all the pallets? She said, oh man, we sell them, buy them. I said, y'all buy them? She said, yeah. I turned around and she gave me the sheet. She told me, you know what I'm saying? I said, okay, I'm going to do a little research on this. I figured out what it was, and I started building pallets myself. Mm-hmm. 50 pallets get you $300. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got to spend, and the material, it turned around and it got too high. You know what I'm saying? And where the money ain't really there. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the material, you know what I'm saying, that it take to buy it and all of that stuff, now it's too much. I can't find no cheap wood, so I had to shut it down. But you turn around and 50 pallets is $300. Now the brothers, I want somebody to guess this. The brothers, in order for them to make $100 a day, guess how many pallets they have in it? Take a wild guess. Anybody, it don't matter.
I don't know.
How many? To make $100.
Oh, at least about 100 pallets.
Yeah.
Give them about $1 a pallet.
Say it again, Michael.
They usually, well, from what I heard, you get about like $1 or a little bit less than that a pallet.
No, you get less than $1. So if the brothers kept saying, man, I'll come work for you, I'll come work for you, I'll come work for you, but they never ended up coming. Mm-hmm. Why? Because they just could not break away from their master. They could not see the plus in us building our own damn thing. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't see if we turned around and made our own pallet yard. That's what we call it. You know what I'm saying? A pallet yard. We make our own thing, man. We could take the business from them. We could take it from them and then we could turn around. Cause what do black folks do? We dominate every goddamn thing that we get in.
Damn right.
And if them brothers had to turn around and stood strong with that brother, we could have turned around and had pallets around this mug, you know what I'm saying? But them brothers could not break away from their master. And it was taking them, that just don't even make sense nowhere. You understand? Logically or damn financially. You understand? Economically. If you turn around and you make 50 pallets and can get $300, why is you making 100 pallets and only getting, it's like you was wrong there. It was 300 pallets. They had to make 300 pallets a day to make $100. You understand? That don't make sense. Just to make $100 a day, when you can turn around and make 50 and you got $300. And them brothers, we all sat down and talked about that, and they just couldn't get the car. They couldn't get away from their master.
Right.
They'd rather have that weekly check, work all extra damn hard. Man, hell, I'd rather have some time to chill. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. If you're making 300 pallets in a day, you can do that for yourself, make you, man, a couple $1,000 in a few days, and then you chilling the rest of the week. And they just couldn't see it. And and that's that slave mentality that's on our brothers, man, and I really hate it. Go ahead, Simone.
Sloppy, read scripture real quick.
Who?
Scripture?
Go ahead.
Okay. The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because he despised this word, and trust in oppression.
Oh yeah, we do what?
Trust in oppression.
We trust in oppression, man.
Right.
We trust in them to oppress us so that we can live to see another day. So that we can live to eat another pack of ramen noodles. So that we can live to, get that little chunk change of a check that he got to take all of his many taxes out of. Yes, before we even get the goddamn money. We trust in that, man, instead of trusting in the Lord. Keep going, come on.
And perverseness. And
perverseness. We love getting high.
Okay.
We love smoking weed and crack and being whores and sleeping with whores and being gay and I don't love them. When I say we, I ain't talking about me. So I'm talking about them out there. Okay,
Right.
They love me. I love me some sisters. Okay,
That's right.
but we love being lesbian and you know what I'm saying. We trust in oppression and perverseness. You understand? Like that, and that's sick. You understand? That is completely sick. Keep going.
And stay thereon.
And stay there on. Like you just keep doing it.
Right.
You just keep doing it. You won't stop. You understand? Even though you heard that you are more likely to get AIDS because you gay, guess what? They're still sisters.
Right.
They're still gay. They just stay there on. They just keep doing it. They won't stop. Even though you saw your parents' teeth fall off from smoking crack. You understand? You saw what your mama was doing for the girls. You understand? How many family members, how many mothers and sisters is out here? I had a lot of them in my goddamn family.
Right.
That was up and down these streets and these corners. Young sisters. Do you know how many young sisters? They kill me. They think the only prostitutes is the ones that's standing on the corner.
Right.
You is just sitting in your Section 8 apartment. You understand? You sleeping with a guy talking about some bill money. You sleeping with a guy talking about some weed, some drugs. You understand? I know a sister, man, that turned around and had sex with 8 or 9 guys on one night because it was her birthday. And those guys, she do all the drugs. She do weed. She pop pills. She what else do she do? She alcoholic. You understand? And they took out, and she did it. This ain't no lie. This ain't no lie. This ain't no make it up. She said, y'all gonna take me out for my birthday? They was like, hell yeah. And they said, all right, well, all y'all welcome this time. And she gave 9, and then guess what they started doing? They started recruiting other people. You understand? That's perverseness, man. That is sick. For her to, just because she loved weed, just because she loved pills, because she loved alcohol, she willing to give 9 different, and it may have been more. It started off with 9, but something went wrong with one of the other guys, one of the new guys that got added in. She said she didn't want to do nothing with him. You understand? So ain't no telling how many more got added into the equation. But how many sisters you know is out here giving their body up for weed?
Right.
You know, I counseled I believe the sister was 13 or 14 at this time, and that's what she was doing, man. A child, a sister, a little young sister that's supposed to be protected. Grown-ass men molesting this girl, all because they know she's a drug addict. All because they know she's young and dumb, and don't know no better, and don't have nobody over her to protect her. That's why these sick-ass guys was doing what they was doing to her. They trusted in perverseness.
Right.
In order for them to get their rock off, they used the child as doing it.
Right.
You understand? And that's sick. All because she's a drug addict. You know? And they took advantage of the girl. Over and over and over again. I was getting sick for listening to the stories. I'm like, God damn, like, you know, like why is she letting people do this? You got to get off of these drugs, you know? And it's just weed, right? It's just weed. It's just weed, man. That's what they say. It's just weed. But look at what just weed got this little girl out here doing. And there's so many others. It ain't just her. You understand? So many others. I remember in the hood, I used to hear it all the time. Oh man, you got a bag, you can get some. Like, that's it? It's all it's worth? You know what I'm saying? Damn. So, you know, like I said, and let's not even go to the crack. Man, that took mama and auntie and cousins straight on the corner. That's where they went. Soon as they got through smoking, they went straight on the corner and started selling everybody. But we trust in perverseness, man. This thing that we are doing is perverse, and the Lord hates it. Keep going.
Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
It's gonna be a what?
A breach ready to
It's
fall.
gonna be unto you a breach ready to fall. You ever seen like on a movie when somebody was standing there, they hear a click, 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 they hear some noise like something breaking, and they look up and something fall in their goddamn face? That's what this is like. That's what all of your trusting and oppression and perverseness is like. Keep going. Look at it.
Well,
Go ahead. No sweat.
swelling out, swelling out in a high wall.
Swelling out in a high wall. Just think of what's that down in New Orleans, that wall that they had. What do you call it?
The
dam.
The dam.
Yeah, I forgot what they call that wall, but the dam. You turn around and that water, that water made that goddamn metal swell. You understand? And fucked it right over.
So like,
Yeah, go ahead. Levy. That took, you understand? That's right. That turned around, that metal don't mean nothing to that water, man.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get enough of it in there and too much pressure, that high water will swell.
Right.
And that water gonna come gushing through, and it turned around and destroyed the water. I had to go down there and work and clean it up. It was messed up. It was messed up down. It was bad. But keep going. Did it?
Wow.
Go ahead, give me a little more.
Whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
It's gonna come at an instant.
Right.
You understand? Guess what? Nick still got some more breaking to go through. You understand? You didn't stand for nothing. We got a couple of things before we get out of here.
I just wanted to say one thing on that one too.
Huh?
I just want to say one thing on that one too.
Oh, really?
How it also shows that it's saying that trusting in the oppression and the perverseness, and then it says therefore this iniquity. Trusting your
Right.
oppressor is sin. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no way around it. That's sin.
Yeah, right.
Like you should not trust these people for anything.
No.
And we've been instructed multiple times to don't choose any of their ways,
Right.
don't trust them,
Right.
don't believe their words,
Right.
but we keep doing it,
Keep
and
doing
that's exactly what this is saying. Okay, you want to trust them, all right, it's gonna keep coming back on you. It's gonna break like a tidal wave right in your face
Yeah, right.
when you're not expecting it.
Exactly, man. And you can't do it. And let's read this next one, and then we're gonna go to a couple other things on Nick Cannon too. It says, first and foremost, I extend my deepest and most sincere apologies to my Jewish sisters and brothers for the hurtful and divisive words that came out of my mouth during my interview with Richard Griffin. Good goddamn night, man. The dude is a total sissy, man.
that's
You
right.
understand? He is a sissy. He actually knows the truth.
Right.
And he said it first. And now he's going back and saying my divisive words. My divisive words. Like, I use this as a tool to hurt you. And I'm sorry about it. Like, that's weak. You understand? And nigga's a whole coward and then some for that, man.
Right.
You understand? Like what Commander Junior Hunter said, all that nicey nice stuff he put out. You understand?
Right.
He put out nicey nice music. He put out nicey nice movies. He put out nothing but nicey nice comments. Content. You understand? That's all Nick Cannon put out there was nicey nice everything. And guess what? It made him some money. It made them even more money than he made.
Right.
And he could have took all of his nicey nice stuff just by them firing him. They would roll with him. The black community would roll with him like they did Kaepernick.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
They would have rolled with him like they did Kaepernick. Go ahead.
That's like it. Even when he said what he said it the nicest way possible.
He did. He really did. He
Like,
said like we said.
Because that was
said like us on
that was
the
the
street.
nicest way I've ever heard white so-called white people's true history told. Like, no, these people tear across the country, across the world, and kill everything. rape, rob, and murder everything. But he said, oh, well, they had to act like that because they were with the animals. So they had to be savage just to survive. Like, he made it sound like, oh, I can understand that. No, these people are the most vicious thing on the face of the earth.
Right.
And you need to be worried about them. No, he was like, oh, just be nice to them. Like, just understand where they're coming from.
Right.
No.
Nicey nice. Okay. I got a nicey nice. I got some more nicey nice for you, man. I'm gonna show you a nicey nice video that Nick Cannon did when he was here in St. Louis. All right. You get the article. Oh, okay. While you get the article, I'm gonna play the video. This is some more nicey nice. All right. One second.
Want to get into real estate.
It wasn't just here's how to flip a house. It's here's how to have a successful business.
This is Nick Cannon. This is Nick Cannon when he came to St. Louis. Our camp spot was right up the street from there. You understand where they was protesting there? Of course, we wasn't out there protesting in their protest, but he was actually right there, up and down the street protesting in U City, right where our camp spot is, right down the street from our camp spot. Here comes Nick Cannon. You see, you got the Kaepernick jersey on. You in the front line.
For what? You want me to stand for a song
Listen,
that continues to remind me of all the harms that have done us wrong? Stand for what? For your army that none of our sons truly belong? Stand for what? The 100 years it took them to convince Congress to become the anthem after 40 failed attempts? Stand for what? Your forefathers who are really just pimps? Stand for what? A song about war, not freedom. That's how you want to lead them? Brainwashing your people? That's how you want to treat them? Slave masters' whips, the cops' nightsticks. That's how you continue to beat them. Stand for what? The beginning of slavery in 1619? Or the end of those black Marines of 1814? That's really what the lyrics are about. They may have taken the word slave out, but they forgot to remove the slave connotation from their brains and their mouth. The mentality to make America greater than your imagination is how you pout. Hating because we burned down their White House. Gave proof to the night that is lights out. To that old elitist white supremacy thinking. Drunk off their ass with power at baseball games, singing and drinking. Man, stand for what? Stand for something or fall for dumb shit? Stand for what? To salute the red, white, and blue on a flag where my color's not reflected? Stand for what? To uphold laws that were embedded to have my community negatively affected? Stand for what? Your racist systemic melodies of mind manipulating rhetoric? Did you know that the government pays sports organizations for plays to make people more patriotic? This MK Ultra soul control needs to stop. I can still love my country and hate that fucked up song about rockets and bombs bursting in air. Reminds me of Charlottesville's vicious glares and police shootings with no care, like the dash cameras wasn't there. Stand for what? Monuments and statues of old slave masters, constant reminders of our nation's disasters. The heroes in Houston, the doctors, the poets, the pastors. That's who I want to shape our greatness after. I honor and respect our men and women of service. But we've been taught to idolize wars without purpose. The majority of our military's casualties are all minority soldiers. So let's make statues for those warriors, because they surely deserve it. But Mount Rushmore was built by the Ku Klux Klan. So why in the fuck should I have respect for those men? Damn, this is not my country, and it's not yours either. Go back to Africa, I wish we never had to leave. But the entire world is our neighborhood. So why do we perceive certain blocks to be bad and other blocks to be good? Instead of glorifying the past, we gotta focus on the future. Dick Gregory warned me, if you speak up, they probably gonna shoot you. But I shout for his eternal voice along with Martin, Malcolm, and Marcus Garvey. And I march wholeheartedly for their legacy. Because I'll say it loud as you can see. Fuck Francis Scott Key and General Robert E. Lee. They don't represent me, and neither do either of these hypocritical political parties. I am a native of the cosmic and universal God energy. Even though the Constitution really don't apply to me, I'll try to exercise my freedom of speech. So you can tell them you heard it from me. Yeah, I said it. Brutality, historic fallacies, and all war is wrong. And so is that fucking song. It's been way too long. It's time to make a change and acknowledge that your home of the brave was built on the back of a slave. So bowing down to a true king is the only way to let freedom reign. Stand for what? I ain't standing for shit except Kaepernick.
And guess what? After all of that, you still ain't stand for shit, like what he just said, man. Talk all of that talk. That was nicey nice though. That was nicey nice. All right. To say all of that stuff and then turn around and this was 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago. And all that time, like I said, he been knowing his truth. You understand? And then now you turn around and turn your whole back and just rip your whole first statement and your reputation now and everything apart. Go ahead, Jamal.
Well, Salaki, you hear how he said, our country. I can still love our country and not like this song.
Right. It's impossible.
See, that's not, he wasn't speaking out against the national, the nation.
Right.
He was speaking out against the national anthem. He was speaking out against the song, not what's going on.
Right.
That, what his aggression was at was a song, not police murders, not, having the drugs in the communities. None of that. He was talking about how the song made him feel.
And Salaki, the whole thing about it is not making white people mad. That's why you say things the way you say it. You understand? The ISUPK is only somebody that I know of that don't care about how they feel. You understand? Commander General Hunter said on that post that he did, he said, I'm not apologizing for nothing. Let them apologize to me for stealing my identity.
Right.
And that's correct. That's how you gotta feel about that. You understand? Like, if somebody break into your house and steal your TV, and you want it back, you gotta, I'm sorry, can I have my TV back? Do we apologize for them stealing your goddamn TV? Or do we go in there mad as hell, call police, press charges, do whatever you can to get your goddamn TV back?
Right.
You understand? That's what you do. And in a sense, that's what we do. We doing what it takes, you understand, to get our identity back, to get our kingdom. You understand? I don't give a damn because you stole the TV. I'm not going to apologize to you because you stole my TV. You understand? I'm going to do what it takes to get it back from you. And that's what we're doing in the ISUPK. We're taking back our identity. We didn't ask them for it.
Right.
Did we set up a Christian church to ask them, can we preach and dance like they do in the church around? You understand?
Right.
And we doing that? Hell no. We got classes set up all over this country and out the goddamn country, teaching our people the truth, giving them their identity back. You need it. Look at you. You're dying here. You're a drug addict. You're a stripper. They got a new stripper show on TV. A show for damn strippers, about. You're lost in the sauce. Ain't that what they say?
Right.
You lost in the sauce. We lost in this place, man. But guess what? It's okay. You can actually be found. All right? We got your identity. We got the truth for you. Come here and get it. We ain't gonna apologize. I don't care for, look, man. When we turn around and make white folks mad, make them cry out, we require boot kisses. You understand? When you get in your feelings.
Right.
Okay? Remember that about up the street? When that sister started crying with that white woman? You understand? Because we wouldn't agree with her that Jesus was white. You know what I'm saying? That goddamn thing grew a big crowd, didn't it?
Yeah, right.
And that white woman and that sister wanted to kill her. She sided with the oppressor, man, over her brother. And went and started hugging the white woman, didn't she? Said, this my friend and all that silly stuff. I said, okay. You'll find out real quick just how much she is not your goddamn friend.
Right.
All right? But that's how that is. Give me that, before we get out of here, give me that next one, Avon.
Defining anti-Semitism.
Keep going.
The Department of...
Okay, hold on, so like real quick. The definition of being anti-Semitic is just being like hateful and prejudiced speech against Jewish people. You understand? That's all it is. Go ahead, Bob. Keep it to you.
The Department of State has used a working definition along with examples of anti-Semitism since 2010.
Okay, now the Department of State, let me see, they're known for like foreign relations. That's what they deal with. You know what I'm saying? Am I right, Mr. Blow It Off? Get to it.
Shadow Time, yeah. They set
And I
up.
wasn't saying that being funny. That brother actually knew it all. Get to it.
They set up embassies and things like that. That's
Right.
what Hillary Clinton did for Barack Obama.
Absolutely. And guess what? They use that department to protect certain people. You know what I'm saying? And this department right here specifically protects Jewish white people. Okay? Keep going.
On May 26, 2016, the 31 member states of the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, of which the United States is a member, adopted a non-legally binding working definition of anti-Semitism as its plenary in Bucharest.
Okay, so they turned around and created this to protect them from, you know, the truth, basically. The truth. This department has something that protects these people right here. You understand? The U.S. created something that said, you know what? Okay, we don't want people, you know, hurting you, so we'll make like a law, and we'll make these words, we'll make terms, and this and that. That's where being anti-Semitic even comes from. You understand? It comes from the United States, and all of them coming together to protect the Jewish white man. Keep going, Vaughn.
This definition is consistent with builds upon the information contained in the 2010 State Department definition.
Okay, keep going.
As a member of IHRA, the United States now uses this working definition and has encouraged the other governments and international organizations to use it as well.
Okay, you better not make no anti-Semitic comment. Because they're going to run you through the ringer. You're going to get dragged through the mud. You understand? Is it some more? Give me just a little more.
In the spirit of the Stockholm Declaration that states, with humanity still scarred by anti-Semitism and xenophobia.
Xenophobia is where you have hatred and you're talking about another nation of people. You know what I'm saying? There's you got hatred and you're talking about another race of people. Okay, that's xenophobia. Keep going.
The international community shares a solemn responsibility to fight those evils.
Okay, they do what?
Fight those
evils.
Give
to me again.
The international community.
The international community, this organization, internationally, they do what?
Shares a solemn responsibility.
They are all in it together to do what?
Fight those evils.
Fight them evils. Okay? Guess what? They all the white people, everybody involved is working against Nick. You understand? They worked against him real quick and came to the conclusion that he must be fired. He must be fired for that. Right? And guess what? They do it all over the place. Read a little more, and then I'm gonna give you this other article real quick. I'm gonna show you what. Cause we got more. We got more anti-Semitic comments going on. Matter of fact, drop that one and give me that last. Cause y'all get the point on that. You can look that up. Look up the U.S. Department of State, or I think sometimes it's referred to as State Department. You know what I'm saying? You can look that stuff up and look up the anti-Semitic and what they actually all about and what they're doing. It's just to protect the so-called white man. It's just to protect him in his lying image that he has by being God's chosen people.
Right.
Okay? That's all that is. Give me the last one, the last one, the Kareem and Ice Cube. Yeah, we got one more article, man. We're gonna show you what they do and how they get that.
Time, sir.
Okay, good. Good, sir.
Ice Cube slams Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for calling him anti-Semitic. Says Kareem was paid 30 pieces of silver.
So check this out. Now everybody want to get so goddamn biblical all of a sudden. They say, keep reading. Read that. Because all of this comes from the Bible. Alright? Now this is supposed to be the book that nobody really cares about. You understand? It ain't true. It doesn't have this and this and that. But everybody goes to that book to find whatever damn thing that they want in there. Go ahead.
That's a lot. Like this, a lot of this like leads me to believe like, our people, especially like the wealthy, a lot of them know the truth. They just don't want to give up their money, so they go keep quiet and stay to the side. But when they want to take a jab at somebody, they slip like, oh no, these are people, and you coming in the spirit of Judas.
Oh, Jesus is black. You understand?
Right.
You understand? They want to, oh, he is black. They want to get right when it's convenient for them. You understand? But not every day of their life. You know, they don't want to give up that sin. They don't want to give up that money. You know, they don't want to give up the horse. Hell, you got plenty of money, man. I'm sure you can have you 5, 10 wives, whatever you want. Let it do whatever you want, how you want it. It'll be faithful. There, goddamn. Hell, you a superstar.
Right.
You're a rapper. You're a movie star. You know what I'm saying? You're Denzel. Like, damn. You know what I mean? Well, I ain't gonna say Allen Iverson, because Allen Iverson's wife cheated on him with his broke ass husband. You understand? Allen Iverson almost killed both of them. But you get the point. You understand? Damn, I can't say Will Smith, but look at how much money he got. And look at his home. You understand? Damn, his whole cheated on him. God, I just wanted to feel good. That sounded so disgusting, man. That sounded so disgusting. I just wanted to feel good. I hadn't felt good in so long. I was sitting looking at this man's face, and man, you could see it on him. He tried to hold it in, but you could tell that face wasn't turning. You know what I mean? And mine would have turned too. And this would have been the last red table talk I had with that hoe. To find, that's good. Keep on. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't come back here.
It's a lot.
Go ahead.
And another thing,
nice lot.
Those rich makers, they not only don't want their money to be taken, but they scared to come under the scrutiny of being Israelite.
A lot of more. You know, like if you see the class where General Hyman mentioned and got the pictures of all of the celebrities that been in the school.
Right.
They were sitting in class listening to this truth. How could you turn from that? Like, how is it gonna ruin your record deal? Because you in here. Like, I don't even see it. Like, I mean, hell, keep making music. But stay in the truth. You know? But they turn around and I guess maybe when their careers flop, they turn around and came to the truth, and then, you know, I guess went back and did whatever they had to do to get back on TV or whatever. But I don't know. But there was a lot of celebrities that was in the school, you know, at one point, a bunch of them. But then they all left. They didn't believe it. Because they scared of, like you said, money and certain things that you can't say, you can't do. You understand? If you are, like, I done had so many brothers that have been here and turned around and left. And I had one that said, man, I gotta keep my beard on my face. Yeah, you grow on it. However it grow, it got to stay on your face. Oh man, you know, my job and this, brother, that's an excuse. You know what I mean? That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. So that's what you know. He worked with white people. We all work with white people. What do you mean? Like, I don't understand that. Right. You know, he works with white people. We all do. I mean, but what does that mean? Nothing. Because guess what? We still going to teach this truth. I'm still going to work. I'm going to keep going through the front door until they fire.
Damn right.
Yes. That's it. You know, but you had your hand on the ball.
Oh, all
right, no sweat. So, like I said, man, read some more of the bar, and then we're going to get up out of here, man.
Longtime activist Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Longtime activist. Ain't he married to a white woman?
I believe so.
I think he's married to a damn some goddamn activist, man. A lot of them cats, man, is married to white women. You couldn't find a sister, big tall slam bucket like yourself, and you couldn't find a sister to be with. You go and get a white girl. Come on, man. But he's a long time activist. Stop it. He's a long time sellout. That's all. Get real.
Who called earlier remarks by Ice Cube anti-Semitic and remorseless. Ice Cube rose to
anti-Semitic and remorseless. Why do we always have to have remorse and be sorry for us telling the truth? Why is that? The white man forces black men in this country to be weak and soft and timid and scared to open your mouth and talk loud and be a goddamn man. You can't be mad, you can't be angry, you can't be hurt, you can't be upset about what's going on with, with you and your people. You have to, what they say, grin and bear it. That's what they want you to do in this country. And just grin and bear it. What did Jesus say? What would Jesus do? He would turn one cheek and then turn to the other. Oh, I ain't gonna let nobody punch me.
Right.
Break your goddamn face. Go ahead, come on.
And then black man in 2020 even using that term anti-Semitic, let you know, let the flag go all the way up on like, yeah, you with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
You in league with these.
Absolutely. He's a white supremacist. He's for white supremacy.
Right.
He is all for white supremacy. He's pushing it. And he turned around and now he's pushing it on another celebrity. And now they're going back and forth. Go ahead, Bob, keep reading.
Ice Cube rose to prominence in the 1980s when Abdul-Jabbar still played in the NBA and then became a well-known TV and movie actor beyond that and until today. Abdul-Jabbar wrote a recent column for the Hollywood Reporter in which he took a jab at Ice Cube by saying the rapper's 10-day-long series of tweets, which involved some creepy symbols and images, in general implied that Jews were responsible for the oppression of blacks.
Right, now, let me ask you a question. With all of the real live things that white people are doing to us, why you go after Ice Cube? Why you go after a brother and his true tweets? He's telling the truth. He didn't lie, but in this place, you can tell everything but the damn truth.
Right.
They don't want to hear that they not the Jews. They ain't trying to hear that. Go ahead, come on, man.
That's because activists have to be picked by the government.
Right.
J. Edgar Hoover told them that, look, we cannot risk Black Messiah rising up.
Right.
So we have to pick their leaders. So him being a longtime activist just means that he's been in league with the white man for a long time. And like you said earlier, the one thing you cannot do is tell the white man the truth.
Exactly.
You just can't tell the truth about what he did.
And the term activist sounds like he created it. It sounds like white people created it. What the hell are you acting? What are you doing? You understand? You're an activist. What in the hell are you doing? Nothing. You ain't doing nothing for your people. You understand? What's the other one they made up? A die-in. A die-in sounds like a white man created it. Guess what? A march and a protest sounds like the white man created it. You understand? Martin Luther King went and saw Gandhi, right? In India, right? He saw Gandhi. He went over there. The white man sent Martin Luther King over there to research Gandhi to do this passive aggressive, this soft approach. You understand? We want something nice and calm and cool to where it'll look like you guys are doing something, standing up for yourself, but really you're not.
Right.
Go ahead, come on.
And just to add to what you were just saying, like, that's exactly right. That sounds like the white man made it up because it's deceptive. An activist actually does nothing. They're not active. They just talk. They just stand up there and give speeches. They're not active doing anything in the community to fix anything.
They ain't fixing
They
nothing.
just talking. Like
Yeah,
that is such a deceptive name to even
It
have.
is, in itself, exactly, man. I mean, the white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You know, he's the biggest deceiver and liar on the planet Earth. You know, devil does not mean ghost. Devil does not mean red man. Devil does not mean, you know, spooky ooky guy, you know what I'm saying, that's causing problems in your life and taking his pitchfork and pointing at you and something happened to you. You understand? That's not what it means, liar or deceiver. And the white man lies about everything. He lied about the greatest damn truth in the world.
Right.
Is that the Jews are black.
That's right.
That God's chosen people are black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. He lied about that and said it is him. You know what I mean? So, I mean, come on, man. But read some more of that. Because I want to get to the part, the Cube and, what's the name? Kareem going back and forth. You read up on it.
Time. Other celebrities and sports stars, including Nick Cannon, Deshaun Jackson, Steven Jackson, Chelsea Handler, promoted, said, or wrote similar anti-Semitic opinions.
Right, they wrote similar or the same damn things, okay, all anti-Semitic, okay, keep going.
Though these four have walked back their words and are still trying to right and wrong, Ice Cube did what? Though these four have walked back their words and are still trying to right a wrong.
Trying to right a wrong, okay? You done opened your big mouth, you done did something wrong, and now they still trying to fix it. They're still paying for what they said, okay? Keep going.
Ice Cube didn't follow suit.
He didn't follow suit. What Kareem is actually trying to do is he's trying to make Cube do what Nick Cannon did. Just hurry up and apologize. So we're going to put you out in the paper. We're going to talk about you. We're going to let you know, oh, you're anti-Semitic too. You turn around and never be another barbershop. You turn around and never be another damn hit record. You turn around and never be another movie of yours. Okay? If you don't turn around and apologize. You see what happened to Nick.
Right.
Look, you see everybody else, they trying to wrong they right, and they still ain't got nowhere yet. Alright, now you better think about this. That's basically what he's trying to do. And he's pushing white supremacy on black people.
Right.
Keep going.
He didn't back down.
He didn't back down. He's like, man, the hell with that. His tweets are staying up. I ain't finna retweet like Nick and say, you know what I'm saying,